Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
I was just putting my I Smile pen behind my ear. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Good Friday. We're working. The store is open. A lot of you may have the day off, so good for you. We're here, and we're glad to be with you. We don't need any days off. So how was your Thursday? I tweeted this, and then I put it on Facebook. On a scale of 1 to getting a shot of cortisone in your knee, how was your Thursday? Was it good? Was it good? Because I had a needle in my knee yesterday. So I'm hoping that I don't have that today, and I don't really think that'll happen. We're having some fun. You know, I always start the show with a couple things to talk about, and I was making notes upstairs in the office at my desk. But then I saw something on one of my coworkers' desks, and that's the brand new Muscatine magazine. And I got excited because if you flip, and I feel like this is like one of the Tonight shows where they have like the pages of magazines or books tagged. If you flip to page 6, you're going to see some familiar faces from right here at Hy-Vee. And then on page 7, right down there, and I'm going to let Betsy zoom in on this in just a minute, you can see some more friends talking about this program. So I'm going to hold this up right here, and we'll see if we can get a shot of that in just a second. So look for Muscatine Magazine coming in your mailbox. This is what it looks like. Hold it back up. Okay. So we'll start with, hey, look at that. My goatee looks real even. There we go. So this is on page 6. Let me pull it down a little bit. So you can see Jim Simmons. How low are we going? Jim Simmons, Steve Graham, and Emily Bockelman. And then as you flip it over on page 7, shameless plug for the show. It says, and look, there's Steve Graham walking behind the camera. Does he know he's famous, everybody? Maybe he'll sign it for us once again. So check that out. Betsy, come in one more time. I'll try and get my sausage finger out of the way. It's a problem. Hy-Vee marketing goes, do I need to come down or up? I'm always backwards. Goes live stream with Tony Tone. So yeah, and the picture that Kathy took was when Mike Morgan and Muskie basketball star Joe Wieskamp were here. Very happy about that. You can see Chad Yoakum's head in the picture as well, who is always responsible for how good the show looks and how good it sounds. And of course, Ryan Broderson not pictured. And Betsy was not with the show yet, but she's here now. So that's cool. So very excited about that. Thank you, Kathy Cool and everybody at Muscatine Magazine for the love. I do want to mention also last night at the Merrill Hotel, the Greater Muscatine Chamber of Commerce and Industry had their annual dinner, and there was a surprise, and the person that was surprised didn't even know it was going to happen. One of my good friends, Troy Stinky Philpott, was at the dinner last night with his boss, who I believe is Jim Reynolds, and Mr. Philpott was honored with the Volunteer of the Year award, and there it is right there. Greater Muscatine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Volunteer of the Year, Troy Philpott, who, of course, turns his own home into Stinky's House of Horrors, the annual haunted house that supports a great cause, helping out the Salvation Army. And they only collect food donations to go through Stinky's House of Horrors. So, Troy Philpott, a.k.a. Stinky, way to go, man. And he doesn't really stink. It's just his nickname, in case you were wondering. Because there's probably some of you watching that are going like, why are you calling him Stinky? That's his nickname, and his haunted house is called Stinky's House of Horrors. Before we get to our first guest, Chef Tess is getting some prep work done. And thank you for pulling up Stinky's House of Horrors Facebook page. That is super cool. Chef Tess is in the kitchen getting some prep work done for what I'm assuming has to be that Easter meal that you're preparing. You have some carrots and a chicken or a turkey over there. What do you got?
Chicken.
Okay.
Chicken. I'm going to do a really classic Tuscan-style braised chicken for their Easter dinner tomorrow.
Excellent. Okay. Tuscan-style braised chicken. And I'm assuming that the pans that we're taking a shot of are going to be getting some action pretty soon.
Yes.
Awesome. Do me a favor. Lean over and look up into that camera that's above you real quick. It'll be fun, I promise. Wait. Yes, I love that perspective. That's perfect. All right, let's introduce our first guests. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to in the jump. From Unity Point Health, Stephanie Bologna is here, and from LSI, Amanda McKee. Stephanie, good to see you. Amanda, how are you? Thanks for coming. You brought a beautiful bouquet that is all about raising awareness because, and I'm going to hold this up if I can. Is that okay?
Yep, that's
Betsy,
fine.
you ready? I'm going to put you to work. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit so we can get this in here. Every child deserves a great childhood. Hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine. Next Friday, we want everybody to wear blue and take a selfie while you're wearing blue, post it to social media, and you could win free pizza. You can kind of see that at the bottom. Oh, you have it taped. I don't want to ruin it, but you can see that it says free pizza down there. Okay, so April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Yes, it is.
And it's important for everybody to understand that we want to raise as much awareness as we can, certainly, and that by wearing blue next Friday, that's a small way that we can show that Muscatine cares about having a great childhood, right?
And that's the statewide Blue Out Day, so the whole state will be going blue on next Friday. Muscatine has some great sponsors that are going to really be promoting families going blue.
Yeah.
If they use that hashtag, they can enter to win a couple different pizzas. Schools get involved, different businesses.
Awesome. So don't be the person that's not wearing blue next Friday. I have several blue shirts. They're tremendous 3XLs. I'll be wearing one of them.
Yep.
I'm assuming both of you kind of almost have
Yep,
little...
we wore blue today to kind of promote it, the Blue Out Day, to show how easy it is. But yes, we are actually taking these vases to different businesses around town just to remind them to encourage their employees to wear blue next Friday. And we have this in there to remind them to wear blue, and then we just ask that they remove this after April 6th and just leave the card that says every child deserves a great childhood.
Awesome. Can you hold that up?
Yep.
Right here. Betsy's got you. Let's hold that up. So after April 6th, you're going to ask them to keep the vase on display.
Right.
This is so wonderful.
Yep. And this one is actually for you to keep here at Hy-Vee.
Yes, thank you.
Just to encourage your employees to wear blue.
Okay.
You know, it could be as simple as wearing a blue shirt or a blue tie, blue sweater, whatever they'd like to do, but we'd really like the employees here at Hy-Vee next Friday, along with all businesses and individuals, to wear blue.
Last year they did. The whole store went blue, and that was awesome.
Cool. So it's up to me to make sure the whole store goes blue.
Right. Yep.
There's only like 300 people that work here. I think we can pull it off.
We can probably do it. I think it would be epic.
It would take a little bit of work. It's fitting that is happening next Friday during National Public Health Week. Because certainly part of public health, Stephanie, is obviously creating awareness for a variety of services and things, programs that you offer. And again, talking about child abuse prevention and having a great childhood. I mean, these are conversations that are probably not easy for folks to have, certainly, but we want them to be able to have these dialogues, right?
Absolutely. Yep. It's a great way to promote that conversation. And we're doing a lot of activities next week for Prevent Child Abuse Month. I know right now there's a group that's going to be meeting at 10 o'clock at the Extension office. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be painting rocks. And they're going to have like a blue background, and they're going to be putting things on there that can just encourage people to do things with their children, like read a book to your child, play with your child, and then there'll be the hashtag on the back of it. And Amanda's going to talk a little bit about that because she's actually our social media person that's handling that. We're going to go to Discovery Park on Monday and Kent Stein Soccer Park and decorate and put a pinwheel garden there. We're also going to have one at City Hall, the fire department, and the courthouse, just all to kind of promote
How many
prevent child
pinwheels are we
abuse.
Talking? Like a couple?
Oh, thousands.
Oh, a couple thousand.
Yep.
Wow.
We got together last week and we put together the vases and the pinwheels, and now it's our job to put the pinwheel gardens together around town. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah. So and again, you know, when you use a hashtag on social media like Great Childhood Muscatine next Friday, if enough people do it, Amanda, it'll start to become what we call trending in the business. And that's always good. And listen, if anything is ever going to be trending locally, shouldn't it be something as important as that?
Exactly. We've used the same hashtag, so people aren't
Sure.
having to learn new hashtags
Right.
the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Throughout the month, if you just click on the hashtag, other things are going to populate. We've shared a lot of great tips on ways to interact with your neighbor kids, the community, ways just to keep kids engaged, and just some tips both from the state and locally, ways to keep kids engaged.
I'll tell you what, in my neighborhood, hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine every day. And last night I was outside with my kids, my 2 boys, and a couple neighbor kids from essentially like 5 o'clock until 7.
Right.
We put up a little swing set in the backyard. Our house is popular, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm no stranger to being a social butterfly or whatever.
Right.
And I would rather, as we sort of get it, I didn't know what was going to happen first. Would spring show up, or would my state tax return from Iowa? It's still up in the air as to what's going to get here. The state website said my tax return's coming. Mother Nature says spring's coming. What I'm getting at is, we had like 9 inches of snow last Saturday. I'd rather have my kids outside, as that snow kind of melted. We had a little bit of rain. Certainly the backyard a little muddy yesterday, but get outside, make those memories. And I think, and it's easier said than done for sure, but for us as parents or caregivers, like, just put down the phone, put down the devices, and just be in the moment.
Right, and those
Right?
connections, I mean, they really matter. You don't know.
Sure.
We live on the way to one of the middle schools, and I always say hi to those kids. You never know if you're the first person that has spoken to them that day. I just think that that's so key when you walk into daycare, that you're friendly. Hi, how's everyone
Sure.
doing? Just, you don't know their first hour or 3 hours of that morning. So those connections are so important.
And just like negativity can be contagious, and it is, unfortunately, so can positivity. And even if you wake up and maybe you slept on your neck weird. I just saw my chiropractor Jeff Hansen in the store, and I jokingly was yelling at him to come over and adjust me. But I'm saying, like, we can all decide in the first few moments of being awake if you're going to have a good day or a bad day. And as you encounter people, wouldn't you rather just be pleasant, even if you don't get it back?
Right.
And I'm not saying you got to radiate positivity everywhere you go, but even if you're just sort of, saying hi, waving to people, holding a door open, it could make a small difference. Or, like you said, it could be the best part of somebody's day.
Especially if you're in Hy-Vee and you see that mom that the kid's just losing it.
Right.
It's okay to smile and be like, you got this.
Yep.
I mean, that's a real thing. And
Wait, you mean to tell me that kids sometimes lose it in grocery stores?
I've never seen it.
What? I think that's why we started giving out balloons and cookies and cheese.
Yeah.
And helping
Well, and you
out.
have that motto, a helpful smile in every
Right.
aisle, and it's one of our focus values at Unity Point. We have
Sure.
that 2-foot rule. If
Yeah.
somebody's within 2 feet of you, you're supposed to smile and say hello, and it really makes a big difference. It's a whole cultural thing that you just start to do automatically.
Is it too soon to start the hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine? Because I just
Absolutely
put it
not.
in. I always have our Facebook feed up, and I just typed it in there. So again, we want you to utilize that. And next Friday is the day to go blue across the entire state of Iowa.
Correct.
Yep.
Folks are encouraged to wear blue, no matter where you work.
Right.
Right.
And the Muscatine Cares, that's the Prevent Child Abuse
Sure.
group here in
Yeah.
Muscatine. That's where we're posting a lot of the information, but we're encouraging other agencies to go ahead and share from that page. So that's where there's a Blue Out Day banner. They can
Sure.
share that and any of those tips and tricks. But then also, if you're here in the store and you see a group of people wearing blue, you take a picture,
Right.
go ahead and enter that, and then they'll all be categorized. And
That's fantastic.
so fun.
And get out there and hunt for those rocks with your family. Community.
Yeah, so they are Muscatine rocks that are going to be painted blue.
Yes,
Okay.
community partnerships for protecting children are going to be painting a bunch of rocks.
Okay.
Look for them. Has the hashtag. We want you to post a photo of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be really great. And then you also have a chance to win pizza
That's
for
great.
your group if you post a selfie.
Amanda, did you say it's Muscatine Cares on Facebook?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's the Facebook page, is
Nice.
the Muscatine
Yep.
Cares.
Okay.
But if you click on the hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine,
Yeah.
it will also populate on there too.
Perfect. That is fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, we're
Right
on
there, there's our
Facebook.
pinwheel buffet.
Right there. Boom. Got it. Muscatine County Cares. Ryan, click on that banner at the top. Their Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Zoom in on that just a little bit. Wear Blue Day coming up Friday, April 6th. Hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine is the one that we want you to utilize. Is there, obviously the pinwheel, the symbol is important, but do you know
It's
why?
a symbol
Of childhood.
I would say it's
Okay.
a childhood symbol.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
you know supposed to be a joyful,
Yep.
playful thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it is playful.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that. I'm full of enough hot air to get it going. Why you got to zoom in on me, Betsy?
There you go. You got to blow, Tony.
Thank you. Not bad. That's
Want one
fun.
minute? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like I could helicopter to the moon with this thing.
Right?
Get so much
And
hot air.
that's the
Yeah.
point.
Yep,
It's
and that-
supposed to remind you
Sure.
of your great childhood.
Yep.
Yeah, I did have a good
And-
childhood.
yep.
You know, you know, my parents got divorced when I was 3, but they certainly didn't let that stop them from being good co-parents. My brother and I lived with my mom. We had a great street that we grew up on in Elmwood Park, Illinois, and then we moved to Oak Park. And you know, fortunate enough to have good neighbors and good friendships, and just a lot of good times being outside,
And that's
in the element.
definitely encouraging. Whether you have children or not, you still have the impact on the kids in the community, and
Sure.
especially in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as being outside with my own children now, I just enjoy it. You know, it's really nice to just, as I said, just be and just
Go for a
watch them
bike ride.
have fun, and you know, and they're clumsy, and you know,
Fun.
we gotta always have popsicles in the freezer,
Right.
right? Or healthy options like celery. I don't know.
Popsicles.
I feel like the popsicles are okay.
Popsicles,
It's
or like the push
frozen,
pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, push pops. We're talking like flavor ice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
that, those are
Yeah.
I thought you meant push pops like
Yeah.
the old school
Oh,
one
like
that
the
had
orange kind?
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
My boys are adult grown sons, and
Yeah.
I still have to have cookies in my refrigerator when they come home in the freezer, or they're like, "What's up, Mom?" So, yeah.
So you can go to Stephanie's house and get some cookies.
Or our house and get the box of
Yeah.
flavor ice.
Yeah, the flavor ice is legit.
Yep.
Any specific cookie, Stephanie, or is it just, are you an Oreo house?
She's a
or-
good cook.
Yeah, I'm kind of known for my cookies,
Oh,
but
prove it is what I say.
my mini monster cookies, and then my chocolate chip cookies with vanilla pudding in them.
Yeah, next time you're on, feel free to bring some.
Okay.
As a prop.
I'll do that. Okay,
Maybe
absolutely.
you can come on Monday.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I want you to come back, of
Those
course.
cookie bar things.
Oh, cookie
that's
bar?
true.
What am I missing out on? Can I quit and go work with y'all? We can do Hy-Vee today. You deliver?
I do. I'm known as a baker around
2400
Muscatine.
2nd Avenue.
Okay. All right.
Store's
I'll write
address.
that down, Tony.
Yeah, no
Okay.
offense to the bakery that's right behind us. I don't think Jake's down here. It's okay. All right,
right.
April 6th. Again, I'm going to hold this up so everybody can see.
Yep,
I'm not trying to mess
absolutely.
up your bouquet. I
No,
promise.
no, that's
But I
perfect.
just
You're
want
fine.
everybody to see this. Hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine. Get behind it. Wear blue. Perfect. This is what it's all about. And don't forget National Public Health Week going on next week. Amanda, something that I know firsthand that you also do are these car seat checks and proper installation of car
Correct.
seats. You and what was her name that did that?
We have 3 techs in our
Okay.
office. Cheyenne was the one that was on the
yes. Ooh,
with
close.
you before.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. I'll hold it.
So they can always call the LSI office,
Okay.
and we have a lot of car seats. So if you know someone that needs a car seat, or maybe your child's outgrowing your car seat, or
Sure.
you just want to check the weight,
Yep.
we have a lot of car seats and the ability to check the current car seat you have.
My car seat was not installed the best way, so they helped me. And
Well, we'll do a nice recheck for
throw
you.
no, you don't have to do that. Maybe you should. Throw out the phone number for me.
288-4171.
563 area code if you're outside
Yes,
the Muscatine area.
563-288-4171.
Stephanie, National Public Health Week, if folks want to know what's going on, I mean, obviously, it's as easy as calling Public Health at 263-0122 because I've got it on my pop socket.
Yes, and definitely come
sure.
and see us. We've got a lot of different things going on. We're going to be at the YMCA
Yeah.
on Monday. And on Tuesday, we're having our teen open house from
Yes.
3 to 6, so we'd love to see the teens there. Wednesday, we're at the Muscatine Community College.
Sure.
Thursday, we would love the community to come and visit us. That's our open house for the community from 2 to 4.
Yeah.
And then we are here at Hy-Vee
Can't wait.
for an event on Friday.
Friday starts at 2:30, I believe, right
yes,
here.
it does.
Thank you both so much for coming on.
Well, thank you so
Seriously,
much,
this is
Tony.
wonderful. It's good to see you, man.
Always good to see you.
Hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine. Use it. And a shout out to Lou Ann, who's with us on Facebook in the chat. Thank you for the kind words about the show. I appreciate it. Let's check in with Chef Tess, who is rocking and rolling. Wait till you see the overhead shot. It's going to look real good. Chef Tess in action. Yeah. That smells good.
Thank
but
you.
again, this is for somebody's Easter. This is not something that I need to sample, is what you're telling me.
Not today.
Okay.
No.
Everything in doses, right?
I'm sure they probably wouldn't be too happy to watch the show and see that you were nibbling on their Easter meal.
I was just making sure it was okay. What do you mean, nibbling on their Easter meal? Oh, that's fantastic. All right, as we get ready for our next guest, can we bring up the aisle cam really quick that is up front in the floral department here at Hy-Vee? Look at that little bunny. Some bunny's thinking about you. That's what I like to say. If you need some Easter flowers, for sure, and a little Easter bunny balloon, we've got it here at Hy-Vee Floral. My next guest has brought some fantastic props. She runs the show when it comes to general merchandise. Ramona is here. Good to have you.
Good to be here.
Ramona Siwasing in the house. Look at the props, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to pull it up in just a second. You really went all out with this Easter basket. Now, Ramona, I know that you have baskets available, and then you probably just were able to walk up and down the aisle and fill that basket in just a couple minutes, right?
That basket, I actually filled this basket for my granddaughter Cadence because
Perfect.
she's all about pink.
Okay.
We did this one out of our dollar section, so each item in here was $1. A few of them were less than $1, but
Wow.
each item in here was $1, and it was that easy.
So that's probably like a $10 or $15.
Yeah, maybe 12, yeah.
That's not bad. The basket included, obviously, but that's how easy it is. And the past couple of days, Ramona, we've had the Toyota
Yeah.
Muscatine cart cam going up and down your aisle.
Yeah.
Because it's so great looking. I mean, you have so much wonderful seasonal stuff when it comes to Easter. And again, from the candy, I didn't know that we had a lot of dollar candies, by the way. That was kind of news to me.
Yep. Jim Simmons says
Yeah.
Easter is his favorite holiday as far as the store goes because he thinks that it's the most colorful.
Okay.
And it is probably.
Oh, yeah. I
Christmas-
mean, just look at the stuff that's in that basket. Again, like,
Yeah.
it's very colorful and vibrant. And for your granddaughter who loves pink, you
Yeah.
cannot go wrong with that,
Yep.
right? That is fantastic. Now, there are some also practical things that you have.
Right.
Talk to us about what this is, and hold it up at that camera right there. Betsy's going to zoom in.
This one is one that my husband actually bought this away from Hy-Vee this summer. And when I had the opportunity to bring him into the store, he loved it, so I decided that I could sell him here as well. It's a egg timer that you can drop in with your eggs when you go to hard boil them, and it'll, depending on how you like your hard boiled eggs, it will cook them to soft boiled, medium boiled, or hard boiled. You just, I'll show you the back
Yeah,
here.
perfect. Look at
You
that.
can,
So it's really, you're not going to mess up your eggs anymore.
no, and
Right.
you're gonna get them exactly how you like them.
Yes.
And this little thing here is only $3.49,
Cool.
and we've got a display of those in the dairy department.
And when it comes to decorating the eggs, that's certainly a tradition that people are going to do. So you don't want to mess them up.
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible to mess them up if you don't keep an eye on them. And
Yeah.
then is this to display the
This
eggs?
actually, yeah, this is something that I had
Okay.
over there in the dairy department as well, right there with the egg timers.
Okay.
It holds 24 hard-boiled eggs.
Wow.
Or it can hold
Oh,
your
that's
deviled eggs if you
awesome.
like.
Look at that. That is so cool. Right. So if I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of deviled eggs. I feel like I've had them and they've been really good, and I've had some that have been spicy.
Right.
Where do you stand on deviled eggs?
I'm with you, Tony. I don't like them,
Yeah.
but guess what?
They're like the most popular thing ever.
My mom taught me to make a deviled egg well, and at family gatherings and stuff, I
Yeah.
normally bring the deviled eggs.
So even though you personally
I don't
like
them.
Wow.
My husband likes them.
Yeah.
And I have a quite simple recipe. I just do them up and.
Yeah.
But you're right. I don't eat them. I don't like them. I'm
That's
with
hilarious.
you.
So you're like bringing them, and you're like, here you go, everybody,
Here you go,
enjoy.
everybody, have 'em, 'cause I don't want 'em.
You don't have to worry about any being gone.
You're right. But I think this thing would be pretty handy
Oh,
as far
yeah.
as transporting and
Yeah.
or even if you're a person like there's several at the store here that eat their hard-boiled eggs in the morning for protein.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
mean, this is a way to boil them up ahead of time, keep them in the refrigerator.
100%. That's really cool too. Again, that's something that you might not think that you can find here at Hy-Vee. Same with
Right.
the egg timer.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you think about it, it's not like, oh, I bet Hy-Vee is going to have that. But yeah, I mean, we have to have that.
Right.
Because again, they're so popular this time of year.
Yep.
We have the Toyota Muscatine car cam in action. Is Betsy heading towards the seasonal aisle? Okay, perfect. So we're gonna. Have you seen when we do this?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks really good over there. Now, the thing that I brought up yesterday, Ramona, was since I've worked here, which has only been a couple of months, you've gone from like Christmas to Valentine's Day to Easter. What's next? I mean, what's that aisle going to look like come Monday or Tuesday?
Come Monday or Tuesday. For Monday and Tuesday, there might be a little bit of a mess
Okay.
switching it over. But once we get it switched over, it's going to be all about summer, spring and summer now.
Okay, perfect.
Coolers,
Yeah.
charcoal, grilling, that type of thing. We're ready for some
Absolutely.
warmer weather, so.
Yeah, this is such a fun perspective right here. Again, the Toyota Muscatine car
Yeah.
cam.
There's that dollar section we were talking
Okay,
about.
so let's have her pause right there, guys. That's kind
where
of that
those
dollar
white
section.
baskets are. Yep, that's
Okay.
yep.
So everything in the white basket is around $1 or
Yeah,
so.
they're $1, yep.
Cool. And hey, there's Betsy. So that's so cool. And as I said yesterday, Ramona, you have baskets that are loaded, ready to go. I've seen some for like PJ Masks.
Yeah.
Hey
We have a
guys,
few of
have
those, too.
Betsy look for the giant, tall chocolate Easter bunny.
It's on the top shelf.
Top shelf. She might not be able to reach it because she's not that tall, but that's okay. It's super big. But yeah, again, all of these things you gotta have because today and tomorrow, really, that's it
That's
as far
it.
as getting the
Yeah.
helping out the Easter bunny.
Like I've been saying on my announcements here in the store, there's that big bunny
There
up there
it
on
is.
top.
Look at the size of that chocolate.
I've been saying that if you're a big April Fool's person, since April Fool's Day falls on Easter this year, that's an awesome chocolate bunny to April
Right.
Fool somebody with. And
oh my gosh.
like I've been saying, everything I have is out there.
Yeah.
So if there's a specific Easter item that you like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that there's the bunny. Here
Look
it
at
comes.
the size of this bunny.
He's huge.
Look at the size of that thing.
It's a hollow bunny actually, but
Okay.
it's 2 pounds, so it's
2
a lot of chocolate
pounds.
still.
If I gave that to my 6 or 3-year-old, they would be, I mean, if the Easter Bunny did, they would be excited. Holy
Yeah.
moly. Is it fun for you getting to order all of this cool stuff?
It is. It's fun. We just started the dollar baskets. We actually did that for Christmas too with the stocking stuffers.
Sure.
It's something that we came up with that with the offerings that were given,
Yeah.
there was enough there that we could do a whole 4-foot section of that stuff. So.
Well, it's very practical because, guys, have her go straight just a little bit past the candy because there are some toys as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
if you have like a Barbie fan or some superhero stuff
Yeah.
that you need to help out the Easter Bunny and go in the basket, you've got it. And then I
Yeah.
put some pictures on Facebook the other day, Ramona, of all of our batteries. And I mentioned this yesterday
Yeah.
because you got to have the batteries, right?
Yeah, as she goes up the aisle, there's out in the middle of the aisle, there's a Melissa and Doug display that we've gotten some deals from Melissa and Doug on all of our activity books and activity pads. They're normally $4.99. They're down to 3 for $10.
It's a heck of
and
a
a
deal.
15-cent fuel saver. So,
Oh.
and that's quiet time for parents.
Right.
That's nice. But
Have her look for the Melissa and Doug stuff probably to her right in the middle. It's like a bunch of activity pads and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, it is so cool to see the variety of things that you have, including if you have that Iowa Hawkeye fan in your house that needs a good
Yeah,
Easter
there's a little
item,
bit of that there,
right?
too.
Yeah. I tell you what. Okay, it all looks good. And there's some customers picking up some stuff as we speak, so we're trying
There
not to
better be.
intrude. Right, we're trying not to intrude on them on this Good Friday. Okay, let's bring it back to Chad, if we could, a shot of this basket that that Ramona brought with her, because again, able to put this together for your granddaughter, and that's what I'm telling you, folks that are watching this, whether you're live or you're with us again on MPNW during the rebroadcast, it's as easy as just coming into Hy-Vee and picking up this stuff. So look at that. That's a great looking basket. All the different items in there, you know, from cotton candy to the the gum eggs. Those
Yeah.
are fun. Yeah, boy, it's hard to pick a
Little
favorite.
M&Ms.
Yeah, it's really
The
great.
gumballs, cotton candy. Got the pink peeps.
The pink. Oh, I'm not. Are you a Peep fan?
I can tolerate a peep. If I'm craving sugar, I can eat a peep. But
Somebody asked me if we were going to do a Peep eating contest on the show, and I said,
oh,
no. No, not that I'm anti-peep. I guess if it came down to it, all right, Ramona, last question. Deviled egg or an entire thing of peeps? What are you
Entire
going?
thing of peeps.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Nice.
That's how much. No deviled eggs for either of us, really.
No.
So don't bring any to us. But please come and get all the stuff you need. And again, I want you to check this out because it is super cool. Whether you're transporting the hard-boiled eggs or the deviled eggs, it's all right
That
here.
one's also got some fuel saver attached to it. So a 5-cent fuel saver on that as well. $4.49, 5-cent fuel saver.
It's a heck of a deal. Ramona, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's so fun. Please come to the store and check out everything that we've got going on. All right, as we get ready for our third and final guest, let's go back to the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. As Betsy continues on with the giant bunny in the cart. I love that.
Yeah, you too.
Normally, where like a small child would be, that chocolate Easter bunny is that large that we're able to fit it in the cart. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, I love it. The store is ready to go for sure. And keep in mind, by the way, when you need things like that Easter ham or a pie that you want to pass off as your own, the bakery can take care of you for that as well. So we're going to get our third and final guest here mic'd up, and we're going to start chatting with him. I do want to go back to Chef Tess briefly if we could, because she's trimming some chicken. What are you doing, Chef? Tell me, what's going on?
I'm trimming some chicken. You were absolutely
trimming some chicken,
right.
okay. All right.
Just got to trim the excess fat from these chicken thighs here.
Okay.
So there's I'll crisp up the skin in a pan with some hot oil, and then I will use this really awesome braising mixture here.
Perfect.
To slow braise these until they're super, super tender. And then I'll take them back out of the oven on site tomorrow and re-crisp the skin and serve it kind of with this. This will kind of cook down into a sauce. So
Wow.
layers and layers of flavor. It's
That
kind of what we got
braising,
going on.
the braising smells amazing. It smells really good. And that picture-in-picture is pretty cool. Eat your heart out, Food Network. Right?
Yeah.
I even shaved my soul patch this morning because it was looking a little too Guy Fieri-y. So I got rid of it. All right, our third guest is in the hot seat. Not really. This is easy. Lead pastor with Calvary Church. Our neighbor, Ty Thomas. What's up, buddy? Thanks for coming.
Yeah. It's a pleasure.
I feel like for the last, and you're going to be able to correct me if I'm wrong, for the last few weeks, because I have Muscatine Center for Social Action, MCSA on Facebook, a lot of posts about, and it's usually, and we're going to pull some of these up in a minute, it's usually like a group of people, and it says thank you to either a family name or a group of people's name from Calvary Church for bringing dinner. How long has that been going on?
Well, so we took it on as a goal that we thought, well, let's do it for 25 days.
Sure.
Monday through Friday
Wow.
for a month.
Wow.
And people just started signing up.
Yeah.
And so now we're all the way through that month of March, and we're all scheduled out. People are asking us to continue to do it. So we're scheduled out through April.
That is amazing.
And now we're bumping into May.
into May.
So we're like, we got to cut it off. People are being too generous. So it's
What
been
a
really cool.
good problem to have.
Yeah.
MCSA downtown kind of helps folks that need it, and whether somebody's with them for a couple of nights or a couple of weeks, you know, it's such a blessing for sure to have folks from Calvary serving them. And I know that a lot of it is homemade stuff, and it's been such a great experience, I'm sure, for the families that are bringing their kids down to get them involved, right?
Yeah, so really this was an effort for us as a church to kind of do more to help those
Sure.
that are at risk in our
Yeah.
community. And so MCSA just does a great job. And so we started learning about it.
Sure.
And they said, well, so you can bring some stuff. And so we've done that. We gave out like 500 bags. We got these bags printed up with MCSA logo on it.
Cool.
And so people donate stuff. Like, I just went through and shopped real quick, but we got the Hy-Vee brand.
Yes,
yeah,
thank you.
You bet. And so it started out, this is an easy step everybody can help with. And then we said, well, how about we feed people there too? So there's 35 people on average that we feed.
Wow.
And so when my family and a couple other families went down and did it, my wife made my favorite meal, country style ribs. And
Nice.
and so I'm sitting with one of the residents there, and there's that awkward, like, do I go sit? Do I talk?
Right,
do I
right.
just serve the food?
Sure.
And so I was brave. I grabbed a plate, went sat by this guy, and I found him amazingly smart, kind, and he just started telling me the story. I'm like, so dude, tell me about the food. He's like, why didn't you guys start this sooner? Because he's been living there, sleeping on the gym floor since 1st of November.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he and his fiance are living there, and this was his last day. MCSA had helped him find a job, find housing, and he was moving out, and so it was a great story, but he's like, dude, we eat Little Caesars pizza on Wednesday, and then we warmed up Little Caesars pizza on Friday. So country style ribs was a big
That's
blessing
super
for
cool.
him.
Let's go through some of these pictures, Ryan. I want to see some of these folks from Calvary that have been coming through. Yeah, it's really just been on the MCSA page.
Yeah.
It's great. So how about right next to that, one of those, maybe there's a group next to that plate. Yeah, click on that one. So I'm telling you, when you come through.
That's the Galloways.
So for you, you see these pictures and you just have to feel, I don't even know if proud is the right word, because you are, you're encouraging folks that are at Calvary to always do the right thing, but it just makes you probably feel good, right?
Yeah, our hope was to try and have some exposure, and then maybe gain some empathy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really know about it, and so you can't have empathy. And then people just started just showing up, and so yeah, I am really proud. But one of the blessings that I didn't know I'd get is I met the people that lead MCSA.
Right.
Bonnie, Scott, Charla. Good morning. Hope you're watching. And they've just been fantastic. I learned, like, they have these prevention programs. If you're at risk of becoming homeless, they enter into your life and they try and help you before you have to move in MCSA. And they have a program for battered women, and they have a couple houses around town that are secret, so they can go and be protected there. And so, I think the biggest blessing for me is I've just learned so much about the good that they do. And but I am proud of our people.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime you can put a challenge out there, to go the entire month of March and not know if it's going to happen, because there's no guarantee, right? You step up to the plate and you say to MCSA, we're going to deliver, we're going to be with you for the month. March is a long month.
Yeah.
But, here you go going into April and into May. Like, whether we're around Easter or a giving time, that's the thing. Like, we talk about a lot of giving around the holidays, but there's that need, in the summer. And it's a nonstop thing. And I know that, we go back a little bit to Christmas. You got involved with Salvation Army. Yeah. And there's some amazing pictures on the Calvary Facebook page from when you had just your fireplace area that was taller than both you and I. We're both tall people, with all the toys and stuff that came through. Yeah. It was pretty special to see all of that.
Yeah, we've been through a lot at Calvary, and I've only been here 7 years. Right. And we really love it here, and we really feel like the next steps for us as a church, but really for any Christian, is to just have compassion and be generous. And so to see how people have responded when we put that challenge in front of them has been great. Salvation Army can't say enough good things about Brooke and what they're doing down there, but the MCSA, you just don't know if you're going to like the people. Right. You don't know if your people are going to respond to the need, and I've found both just be tremendous. So. Yeah,
the folks at MCSA are wonderful. Charla is
super smart.
Charla is just great. And you mentioned the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. They have a big fundraiser coming up next Saturday, April 7th. So it's cool. So when you see these bags, and again, I saw on Facebook, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah. Right across the street right now.
Oh, yeah. So, they're piling up.
Yeah.
So we gave out 200. We got 250 made up. Okay. And MCSA was blown away, like, you don't want your church logo on it? I'm like, no, we'll put your logo on it so they know that they're giving to you.
Sure.
And so the first Sunday we did it, we ran out.
Wow.
So we ran out of 250 bags, and so we ordered 250 more, and we have 15 bags left.
That's it.
And so we're still collecting them on April 8th. Okay. Is when we're gonna haul all that stuff down there. And
so next Sunday.
So, yeah. Yep. Okay. Exactly. Wow. Yeah. So there's just there's another mountain of green bags by the fireplace right now. So.
Yeah, and they're very practical because they can be reused.
Exactly. So here's my challenge to any other churches here in town. I've already called 2 pastors.
Okay.
And said, I got 50 bags for you. When are you gonna do this? And
I like it.
So Patrick O'Neill's already on it, and he took 50 bags, and so So that's the challenge to all you pastors. I've got the bags. I'm going to be knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Here I come. So.
Well, listen, if we can all get behind an organization like MCSA that's doing good work in the community, it doesn't matter, where you go to church on Saturday or Sunday. I mean, it's all serving the greater good. And especially, it's Good Friday. We're sitting here on Good Friday, right? Heading into Easter Sunday, and I know that obviously you guys will be very busy this weekend with services.
Yeah.
Right? And do they start as early as tonight? Is that
so
correct?
So we do, we have 2 different services this weekend. We have a Good Friday service.
Sure.
And we've never done anything like that before. We did it for the first time last year. Have you been to our church before? So we have electric guitars, occasionally a smoke machine.
Right.
We're pretty contemporary.
Sure.
But Good Friday is such a heavy night when we remember the sacrifice.
Right.
Remember the, just the seriousness of what he did. So tonight's service is, we don't really want you to talk to people. We don't want you to be welcoming. And we just kind of come and we reflect together. And then, I don't know if you've been to a Tenebrae service, but we have 7 candles lit. It's really liturgical. And then you go through the celebration of the shadows leading up to the cross, and you extinguish the candles.
Oh, wow.
And then we sit in pitch black.
Whoa.
And we just kind of contemplate just the heaviness of the sacrifice that was made. And we dismiss and nobody talks. And it's really good. And then Easter comes.
Sure.
Easter's high energy. We have a lot to celebrate. And we have 2 services on Easter, 9 a.m. and 10:45. But tonight, even if you don't go to Calvary, you want to try something more contemplative, something more reflective, anybody's welcome. It starts at 7. It lasts about an hour. Cool. There's no sermon. There's a few songs. And then we just kind of read scripture and just kind of...
Yeah, the sitting in the dark silence you have a huge space.
Yeah.
Ty. That's a lot of silence, that for Austin, who's with you, he's the maestro when it comes to all the great tech.
He is.
Does he get the day off? Does he even have to be there? Does he get to light a candle for this? He's got all the tech stuff. So
he's actually live streaming it. So he's working it.
Good. All right. No, that's wonderful.
He hasn't slept in 2 weeks. He's been working hard trying to get us all.
2 weeks without sleep, huh?
Yeah. He's got 2 little kids.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's the work or the kids or both. All right. Yeah, I think it's important when churches are connected to the community for sure, and they're involved. My aunt unfortunately passed away, and I was in Chicago Tuesday, Wednesday, and her funeral at the church that I grew up going to was just packed and beautiful. And the priest talked about Easter and resurrection, and it felt good in a time of sadness and despair. You know what I mean? And it was it always feels good when you can connect with people, and then get folks together and go out and feed people. If Jesus wanted us to do anything, feed and take care of people that need it, right?
Yeah. And that's what we've been talking about as a church. Christians should be the most generous people on the planet.
Sure.
Because God has been so generous towards us. And so, he was with poor people. He was with prostitutes. He was with the down and out.
Yeah.
And
it's true.
And what I found is that we can do better as a church, and so we want to. And so we're kind of learning as we go along. I don't know what other organizations we're going to partner with, but we've already planned for next year.
Yeah.
I don't think the pace that we've been helping MCSA is sustainable, but maybe every March that rolls around, maybe we're going to lean into this hard and heavy. And if we had 6 churches in town that would lean into it heavy like this, we could take care of them all year long, and
Absolutely.
we could spread the wealth. So,
and it's just again, you talk about the challenges that Calvary's faced in tornado a couple years ago.
Yeah.
MCSA also hit by the tornado last March, so you kind of have that in common, which is organizations to go through something like that and to come out stronger and better. Your damage a little bit more significant for sure, but that's not something that a lot of organizations have in common, right?
Yeah, we both lived through that. Our stories are similar, but a little different. Sure. But I think, the thing that impressed me the most with MCSA is just their leadership, and they're just really creative and they're caring. I talked to Scott, and I'm like, Scott, how can you not be discouraged with the state of humanity? And he's like, all I have is hope, Ty.
That's right.
And he's just bursting with hope. And I'm like, dude, I need to spend time with you. I don't know what you're drinking, how many energy drinks every day you're consuming, but
he's a good guy.
He was inspiring to be around. And Charlotte the same, Bonnie the same. And I went down there to help a guy move because he got out.
Nice.
So I went down to help him move to his apartment. And what Scott told me I saw, because this guy, I won't say his name, but he doesn't have middle class connections.
Okay.
So we're trying to take this table apart, and it's got 40 huge screws in it. It's a Han table.
Sure.
And he's using a screwdriver. I'm like, dude, like carpal tunnel.
Right.
But he doesn't have a drill, and he doesn't have a friend that has
Sure.
a drill. And so I'm like, get in my truck, went to my house, got my drill, went back. And so I think one of the things in going down and serving meals, you meet someone, you put a name to the problem,
Sure.
and maybe you become the lifeline for somebody. All they need is a little love and help, and it's been really good for me.
Right, all it takes, getting back to when Stephanie and Amanda were here and just saying hi to someone, holding the door open, being kind, serving those in need. It's all part of human nature, and if you're watching this live or on the rebroadcast and you want to get involved in this community, there's a lot of ways you can connect yourself. For sure. Ty, thank you for coming on.
You bet, man.
Happy Easter.
Hey, it's always
good
to see you. Happy Easter.
Yeah,
God bless
thank you so much.
You guys are doing a great job here.
We're having fun, that's for sure. And speaking of Easter, there's a little Easter Bunny action right in the aisle cam at Hy-Vee Floral, and looks good. As we wrap up, I do want to check in one final time. Oh boy, chicken going into a pan. Look at how good that looks. Chef Tess says I can't sample anything today because cooking for Easter, and I respect it. But my goodness, Chef, that smells amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Anything else on the menu that you want to share with us?
I'm going to be doing this braised chicken with, I'm going to do some slow braised collard greens.
Okay.
I've very recently fallen in love with collard greens.
All right.
If you've never tried to make them at home, they're super, super easy. They just take a long time to cook.
Okay.
There's plenty of really great, easy recipes out there. Stop in, I can share mine with you. But I'm going to be doing that as one of the side dishes, and then just a really classic potato puree, a mashed potato.
Ooh.
So just comfort food.
Love it. All right, and one last time as we wrap up, a couple things I want to remind you about, if we can come back to my mug for a second, is the great childhood Muscatine and the bouquets that are going to be on display at several businesses, including here at Hy-Vee. Betsy, if you want to zoom in on that card for me right there. Ooh, my wedding ring looks good. Look at that. Every child deserves a great childhood. Wear blue next Friday. Take a picture and use the hashtag Great Childhood Muscatine and help out those folks. So thanks to Stephanie and Amanda for joining us. Thanks to Ramona Siwasink. When you are looking for things for Easter, we've got it in that seasonal aisle for sure. So don't forget that. And thanks also to Ty Thomas from Calvary Church and all the work that they've been doing helping out folks at places like MCSA. I do want to plug Muscatine Magazine. Thank you, Kathy Cool and the crew. You'll find this in your mailbox very soon. And then when you flip, I want you to read the whole thing, of course. When you flip to page 6, you're going to see some helpful smiles, some familiar faces. And then there you go. That looks great. And then if I may, go to page 7. Right there. It's a good looking logo. Do I need to come down a little? Perfect. There we go. Yeah. Thank you. Wait, let me go this way. Everything's backwards. I'm still not used to this whole TV thing. So we appreciate that coverage from Kathy and the crew at Muscatine Magazine. And again, what a great event last night at the Merrill Hotel in downtown Muscatine with the Greater Muscatine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. If you saw fireworks last night, downtown, you saw fireworks and you thought, it's March. That was from the chamber. So pretty cool. All right. As I mentioned yesterday, I'll do it again today. Next week on the show, Nicole Sorgenfry will be back from the United Way. Melanie Alexander from Muscatine Arts Center. Judy Yates with the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter, April 7th at Geneva. Get your ticket. There's only a few tickets left. Help out, keep the doors open at the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. Without that fundraiser on the 7th, I don't even want to think about it. We just need it to be successful. Please consider being there. Jenny Fanning Heath and Kathy Smith will be here next Friday talking about the special needs Easter egg hunt that's coming up. And yeah, we'll have another fun week for sure here at Hy-Vee today. Thanks again to my friend Joe Krausauer for pinch hitting and hosting the show for me on Tuesday and Wednesday. I appreciate that. I wish it was under better circumstances, but my aunt passed away tragically, and Betsy, I want to get a shot of this if I could. I'm going to try and hold it up. My Aunt Maureen, who is my godmother, passed away from, you'll get it? Okay, from a disease, a terrible disease, 1 in a million. It's called Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, CJD. 1 in a million people get diagnosed each year. My aunt was diagnosed with this and passed away in less than a month. It's a terrible disease. So if you want to get connected to help out, they have an organization, I believe, that's based out of Ohio. And I'm going to keep this this rubber band on as long as I can. So, yeah, that's where I was dealing with that. And, it was good to see family. I just, again, wish it were under better circumstances. So think about that as we head into Easter weekend. If you're surrounded by family and friends, count your blessings and appreciate those that are with you. And, if you haven't talked to somebody in a while, call them or text them or FaceTime them or whatever. Just reach out because, this life of ours is precious. All right, thanks for watching. If you're with us live, that's cool. Shout out to you. MPNW Channel 5, thanks to Remax, 7:30 and 10:30 tonight. Chad, is it 7:30 and 10:30 Saturday and Sunday as well? Yeah, perfect. So you can watch today's show 2 times tonight, 2 times Saturday, 2 times Sunday. That's a lot of this guy. I'm going to shave, I think, this weekend. Not my goatee, because my wife doesn't like that. She says I look too young. But, all right, that's enough. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Monday at 8:30 on Hy-Vee Today. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.